help her. So, what, you just decided one day that you were going to go through Natalie's stuff and burn her house down? Really? Like, really? What kind of mentality do you have to do something like that? I mean, hey, let's go burn somebody's house down. Seems a little extreme in my opinion. I mean, I accept and acknowledge the fact that you seem to be a person who lives their life solely on logic and facts. I mean, I accept this. It's become blatantly obvious that this is the way you do things. But your reactions seem to be intensely extreme and over-exaggerated. And I can't seem to find a way to justify what you did. And I know that doesn't matter to you at all, but whatever. You said that you are going to purge the infection. What exactly does this entitle? Should butterflies start locking their doors and windows at night and sleeping with a weapon nearby? Is that where this is going? Because, you know, I highly advise against it. In case you weren't aware, that thing, Samadoid, the one that you couldn't see, the one that's stronger than Roivus, yeah. We kicked its ass. You do not want that can of whoop ass opened on you. Trust me. So, just consider the sheer size of this family. Consider what we're capable of. And then do your whole logic thing and try to decide if that's a good idea. I'll leave that one up to you. Here's a hint, don't do it. Because if you were to do anything to this family, and by this family I mean Roivus and Natalie and everybody we've come to care about, if you were to do anything to this family, it would be like a swarm. And the infection would be the least of your worries. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on. What is it exactly that you found? It had to have been pretty bad. We all acknowledge the fact that Natalie's kept things from us. And for the most part, we just figured that that was because it was her personal life and she didn't feel obligated to tell us. And that's okay. Because, truth be told, we don't know much about her and she doesn't know much about us. And she has a right to her privacy. But obviously, it wasn't just personal life stuff that you found. Because it drove you to burn down her fucking house. So what did you find? Because, you know, we're pretty curious. I know you have this thing going on where you don't like telling us anything, but obviously, it's not exactly a prudent course of action anymore because bad things happen when people withhold information from us. It's just the way it is. I can admit that we've made mistakes due to a lack of understanding. I mean, look at what happened with Samadoid. But we cleaned up that mess. For now, I mean. But yeah, this whole thing that you have where you don't tell us stuff and say you don't understand, you don't know what you're getting into, stay out of my way, blah blah blah. It's getting old. Because then you want to turn around and say, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to explain, you're wasting my time, you don't deserve to know, blah blah blah. It's getting old. It's getting really fucking old and it's getting on my nerves. Because everybody wants to go and point a finger at us when things go wrong and say, oh, well, if you guys had actually, you know, learned your shit and, you know, acknowledged that this was bigger than you thought it was, then we wouldn't have this problem. And nobody wants to explain anything. And, you know, it's to the point where innocent people are getting hurt because of it. So how long do you want to play this game, Helper? How long do you want to sit and watch us make mistakes just because you want to play the na I know more than you do and it's going to stay that way game? I'm hoping that you're big enough to move past that now. This is a request for you to come talk to us, tell us what it is you found, why you did what you did, and whether or not we're, as in the butterflies and you know, the infected, are going to have a problem. Okay? Sound good? Yeah, awesome. Hoping to see you soon.